Mr. President, the Vienna Declaration affirms that human rights are universal, indivisible, interdependent, and interrelated. To undermine one is to undermine them all. This includes sexual and reproductive health and rights, women's rights, and the human rights of LGBTI persons. The Declaration also condemns gross and systemic violations of human rights, yet people continue to suffer systemic violence and discrimination due to their gender, sexual orientation, gender identity and expression, or sex characteristics. Those who face the most severe violations are the persons standing up and speaking out for equal rights, human rights defenders. We are deeply concerned that striving for a more inclusive world and greater human rights protection puts these defenders at risk of killings, attacks, arbitrary detention, and harassment in many parts of the world. These violations should be examined within the wider context of multiple and aggravated forms of discrimination occurring within a prevailing culture of stigma around issues of gender, sexual orientation, gender identity and expression, and sex characteristics. The challenges intersect with the backlash that women human rights defenders and those working to promote SRHR also face. With the rise of anti-rights groups, the risks are escalating. We call on states to create a safe and enabling environment for defenders to carry out their work. We welcome the work of the independent expert regarding threats against defenders combating violence and discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation and gender identity. We call on states to work with him to examine the situation of defenders, and we close by calling on all states to support the renewal.
Thank you. Time is up.